Here are 3 simple steps to manifest the feminine way. We're looking at these elements: what to manifest, how to manifest it, and deciding on the timing, when to manifest it. But really, the approach to all these steps is the same. The first part that you really want to focus on is listening. So much that is currently out on manifesting is focused on thinking. And if you're here and even somewhat familiar to manifestation, you've probably heard of the book Think and Grow Rich. Now, thinking, seeing are very masculine traits. We create the world through our thoughts, through our sight as well. When we look around, we are filling in the gaps in so many ways. More feminine approach would be to open up our receptive faculties. So focus more on listening. Focus more on going within. I mean, it's great to want a great new job or a fancy new car, but what is really underneath those things? So when we look at what we want to manifest, instead of going with the first thing that pops up, or even what feels like is most necessary at this time, you could try the small little exercise of asking yourself why 10 times and going deeper, bit by bit. The other way to find out what to manifest is allowing it to really rise up from within, and allow yourself to be surprised. What comes up might be an image that is totally unexpected, or a vision can float through your mind, and you realize the road ahead is not so straightforward. It is filled with mystery and unknowns, and really when you think about the big picture, we can't really know what's going to happen next, nor can we truly know what is in our best interest. I think it was Mother Teresa who I can quote on this, but correct me if I'm wrong below. And the quote goes somewhat as follows, I'm paraphrasing, that answered prayers have often brought more grief than unanswered ones. And what do we often pray for? I mean, prayer is very close to manifestation in many ways. We want certain things, we wish for certain things, we want someone specific to love us. And here's where it often goes wrong. We don't really need that new car. We don't necessarily need the job that is right in front of us. We don't necessarily need that specific house or the specific person to love us or to be validated by the outside world to be seen, to be successful in a certain way. Often what we truly need is to find these things within us. And in The Charge of the Goddess by Doreen Valiente, we read this as well. For that which you cannot find within yourself, you will never find without. So when we look at manifestation from the feminine way and what to manifest, we can begin by looking at what we want to manifest within ourselves. Within myself, I want to be able to feel loved at any point. I don't want to need validation from the outside to feel successful. I want to find this within myself. And who do we become as people when we are able to feel confident, successful, aligned, authentic, and in love from a place that emanates from within rather than needs the outside? So that is a note on what. And if we look on how, approaching the how of manifesting things, we are looking at something equally mysterious, a winding path with twists and turns that we do not expect. So once you've figured out what you want to manifest and you move on to how, again, you want to enter into this receptive state of deep listening. If you're into spells and magic, you might go online and be like, okay, I want to feel abundant from within. I want to feel alive. And you might come across, okay, use a green or orange candle for this. There might be a long list of things of what you can do, or certain items you can buy, or crystals or incenses that make that happen. But if we're looking at the truly feminine path, then we're also not going to want to consume more in order to bring things in. We're not going to want to shop for the stuff that manifests it, or like call people to say, loan us that money so we can get the car. Because maybe Maybe when you were in that deep listening state, you realized you really do need that car, a better car, to be able to commute or make your life happen. I mean, that's also perfectly fine, and that can definitely arise from the within. So a more masculine approach will be like, okay, what needs to be done? This is a linear thing. And the feminine is more circular. It is labyrinthine. So when you enter into that state of listening, you might feel called to go to a certain place, or to make a gift of coffee and delicious donuts to a homeless person. And maybe on that walk, you get this insight, or while you give something away, you have a realization. You might be invited to get, I don't know, a black candle in order to bring the light in. Allow, again, for surprises to take place, for your own inner wisdom to guide you, for things to flow miraculously, and to not know much more than the next step. And the same goes for timing, though. So the third part of manifestation, as we're looking at it in this video, when we look at timing, we might think, okay, we've got these astrological motions, and we've got the moon, and we've got, this time of the day that is the best. But if we take the feminine approach to the extreme, we might still involve the moon and involve astrology, but we also want to go into this deep state of listening. That's really where it comes down to. Listening. What is at our core? What is at the essence of our being? What does that part of us know? Because our relationship to the world and how things come into being is unique to us. Nobody else is breathing our breath. Nobody else is in our body. Nobody else can know our most inner secret feelings and emotions and thoughts. And nobody is in relationship with the world and the cosmos in this way, like as I am right now, relating. No one else is in my spot right now with the full beingness of who I am, with the essence of who I am. So when we enter into this deep state of listening, we might wake up one day and realize, okay, now is the day where I need to do the thing that manifests the thing that I have decided on. And it might be completely off if you look at astrological correspondences, but at our essence, we know today this and this must be done to bring it about, or to lay the first steps. Now, a small note I want to leave you with also is that it's never straightforward. We do the thing, and then we might expect it to happen within a couple of weeks or a year, depending on what it is. But sometimes these things can take a long time, and sometimes it can happen very quickly. And this not knowing and being at peace with not knowing and being receptive and open to it is the feminine approach. So, if you are curious to go a little bit deeper and to understand your essence, to really take this way of manifesting to the next level in your life, consider joining our course, Journey to Your Essence, where you unravel all these outer layers of self, what we tell ourselves what we are, what we think we are. So again, this very masculine approach. And in many ways, what we have learned in our very masculine society, this becomes that, and this equals that, and this is the timeline of things, and this is our schedule. And all of these layers of self, including things also like our names, our likes and dislikes, everything about who we think we are, they are like layers, onion layers, wrapped around our essence, our inner light, our inner truth, that already knows how to bring everything into being in our lives that is in perfect alignment with who we are and with the cosmos and the world around you. So if that sounds right to you, then click the link below to join Journey to Your Essence and find out more.